Many of today's websites rely heavily on databases, and Laravel accelerates this trend by supporting several databases type. In this lesson, we'll connect our Laravel application to a database. But in order to do that, we first need to create a database that will be used in our app. WAMP comes with MySQL as database server, but it also includes phpMyAdmin, a web client for MySQL. I'm going to launch WAMP and then we'll open its system menu and we'll select phpMyAdmin from the list. This will open up a new browser window running the phpMyAdmin installation. As you can see, I have a few databases created already, but let's create a new one to use in this course. I'm going to click New and we'll give the name of database as My First App. Then we'll click Create and our database has been successfully created. All database connections used in Laravel are handled in a file located in app config folder called database.php. Let's open that up. On line 16, you can set your syntax for how you want your data to be fetched. We can see that Laravel uses PHP PDO. Going down on File, we can see at line 29 that the default database type is MySQL, but Laravel also supports SQL Server, SQLite, and PostgreSQL. Next, in order to configure our database connection, we go to line 55. Here we can find an array containing all the necessary settings for our database connection, like the type of the database used, the host, database name, username, password, and so on. One thing that I usually do is to change the localhost name for the host into the IP address of the server that is running MySQL, in this case the local computer. By doing that, I try to avoid some minor problems that I had with Laravel when using localhost as hostname instead of IP address. So I will replace the localhost with 127.0.0.1, which is the default IP address for localhost. Next, I will enter my database username, which is root in my case, and the password, which for me is blank. Great, now that our database connection is configured, let's add some tables to our database. We'll do that in the next lesson when we are going to use Laravel's internal functions. See you in the next lesson then.